We are going to learn, children, irrational and the real numbers further. Yesterday we have already seen drawing of root 2, root 3, root 5 on the number line. So now let us understand about some of the arguments. First, remember that, children, every point on a number line is associated with a real number, and every real number is also associated with one point on the number line. Both the ways it is true. I'll prove it now mathematically why root 2 is irrational numbers. So that's the important thing, children. Sometimes directly it is asked in the exam that prove that root 2 is irrational numbers. So we are going to prove that root 2 is irrational number. Now, children, we are going to prove it by indirect method. Now let me explain to you what we mean by indirect method. Indirect method means you are going to assume something wrong, and then some wrong thing you assume it as true, and then you go on giving the arguments, and then we will come to some conclusions which is not possible. So when something not possible comes, then you get confused. अरे बाप रे क्या हुआ? It means this is not possible, means whatever thing is not possible. So this statement which is true is not possible. So whatever we have assumed is wrong. So indirect proof means you assume the wrong thing and you come to the wrong conclusion. And when you will come to wrong conclusion, you will say we come to this wrong conclusion because of our wrong assumption. That's the method. In the geometry also, some of the proofs we are going to do by indirect method. So the proof is not that easy to understand, as it is an indirect method. Indirect method is little difficult to understand. So please concentrate. I have revised all the properties of rational numbers to you. We are going to make a use of it. Now I want to prove it that root 2 is irrational number. I will assume something wrong. So let root 2 be the rational number. Okay. Let root 2 be the rational number. Now what are the rational number? Any number which is can be written in the form of P upon Q. So if my root 2 is a rational number, I can write down root 2 as in the form of P upon Q. Right? So root 2 is equal to P upon Q. Now children, here I am taking the reduced form. What do you mean by reduced form? See, when I am writing something as 24 upon 36, this is one fraction. Then I am cancelling divide by 2, 12. Divide by this 18. Again divide by 2, 6. Again divide by this 2, 9. Divide by 3, 2. Divide by 3, 3. So answer finally is 2 upon 3. This is called as the reduced form. So I am already taking root 2 का reduced form. Okay? So let me take, चलो कोई तो root 2 is something P upon Q, where P and Q, P upon Q is a reduced form. So when you have a reduced form, they don't have any common factor. Now 2 upon 3 was the answer of the last example here. So they don't have any common factor. means P and Q do not have common factor. अगर कॉमन फैक्टर तो कैंसिल हो जाएगा ना. Okay, so this is what I am assuming. Now children, let us have, we have root 2 is the P upon Q ना, ठीक है. So what I am doing it, squaring both the sides, squaring both the sides. रूट 2 का स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू P अपॉन Q द होल स्क्वायर. सो रूट 2 का स्क्वायर इज 2, isn't it? So 2 is equal to P square upon Q square. So 2Q square is equal to P square. Now children, now see, 2 multiplied by any number. 2 multiplied, if you will take one number, it is going to give 2 multiplied by 3, it is going to give us 6. So you multiply any number by 2, it is going to give even number only, isn't it? So always even number, it has a factor 2, right? So this is even number and this is also even number. Therefore P square is even number. अगर ये even है तो वो भी 2 का ही मल्टीपल होगा. Therefore P also have 2 as a factor. Correct? I repeat my argument. Squaring both the sides, Q square taken here. Now 2 multiplied by anything number is going to be given even number only. So if your left hand side is even number, your right hand side is also even. So your P square is also even. So P also have 2 as a common factor, right? So I can write P as so I can write P as 2T, right? But P is any of the integers. Even number तो किसी का multiple होगा ना, right? So what is P square? 4T square, इसका भी स्क्वायर किया तो, right? Now what was P square here and here? P square is 2Q square, you have P square is 4T square. So from 1 and 2, what we got? 2Q square is equal to 4T square, isn't it? Right? So divide by 2, so you will get Q square is nothing but 2T square. So that means it is also a multiple of 2. So therefore Q square is even, and therefore Q is also even, right? Therefore 2 is factor of Q. Now children, what is the last line here? We also have 2 as a factor. So 2 है वो P का भी factor है और Q का भी factor है, isn't it? लेकिन हम लोग ने तो बोला था ना, assume करते हैं that they do not have any common factor. We said that it do not have any common factor, and here we got both are having 2 as a common factor. So this is a contradiction, na? Are you following? Children, you have taken down this very important proof from the examination point of view. If you are not taken, take it down quickly. Give this as a result A, give this as a result B. So what do we have from A and B? So from A and B, we get 2 is a common factor of P and Q both, right? Which is a contradiction. Right? Contradiction to what? To assumption which is contradictory to assumption that P and Q do not have common factor except one. Therefore, our assumption that root 2 is rational number is wrong. So now root 2 cannot be a rational number. So therefore root 2 is irrational number. Clear? Now children, we are learning some of the properties which will be helpful in solving the practice set 2.2. So let us do it. The properties of real numbers. Please, you can take it down also. Is it completed? So, we have properties of the irrational numbers. Addition and subtraction of rational numbers with irrational is an irrational number. Means 2 plus root 3. Rational number, irrational number. So the answer what we are going to get, it is irrational. Clear? Is this property clear? So this is irrational number. Sort of this numbers also, yesterday we have seen that how to plot on a number line. So even we are able to plot irrational numbers on the number line. Right? So that is the beauty of maths, that you can plot irrational numbers also on the number line. Then multiplication and division of non-zero rational numbers with irrational numbers is also irrational numbers. So to multiply by root 3 or to divide by root 3, कुछ भी ऐसा आएगा. So the answer is, whatever it is there, it is irrational numbers. Got it? Okay. Next property, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of two irrational numbers can be either rational or irrational. Remember, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. If one is rational, another is irrational, then it is always irrational. But if instead of rational root, if you have two irrational numbers, what is root 3 into root 3? Root 3 ka square, which is 3. This is rational number, isn't it? So multiplication of two irrational numbers can be rational. What is root 3 upon root 3? 1, which is again a rational numbers. So this is the example where multiplication of two irrational number and division of two irrational number is rational numbers. Okay. Now let us take the examples where it is not. Suppose you have root 5 plus root 15, root 5 plus root 3. So the answer is root of 5 into 3, this root of 50. This is irrational. So you can have rational also and you can have irrational numbers also. Followed? Now last thing about the properties of the order relationship of real numbers. That's very easy. Let us understand that. So you have, children, two numbers. Okay, you have two numbers. Say you have numbers like -2, -3, or you have -2, 3. Some real numbers are there. Then there has to be between the relationship between the two numbers are either one number is bigger than the other, or the other number is bigger than the first one, or both are equal. So either the numbers are one is greater than the other, or less than the other, or equal. इससे और कोई possibility नहीं होगी. Another thing, if A is less than B and B is less than C, then A is less than C. I repeat, A is less than B, B is less than C. I taken the example also. Then can I say that A is less than C? देखो example दिया है. Right? Now suppose we have A is less than B. दो numbers है. 2 is less than 5 ना? I add same number. 3 to both. So here I get 5, here I get that. Still the inequality holds in a similar manner. Right? So A plus C is less than B plus C. And the last thing, remember children, if you have A less than B, I am taking an example 2 less than 3. And if you have something C which is positive strictly, let me take C as 5. Then AC is less than BC. Check it. 2 into 5 karo, 3 into 5 karo. 10 or 15. I am 8. So still inequality holds. So these are the properties of the rational, irrational numbers. In short, about the real numbers. First property, inequality holds. Second property, if A is less than B and B is less than C, then A is less than C. Third property, if A is less than B, then multiplication में. Then AC is less than BC provided C is positive. Okay, so these all the things will help us in solving exercise 2.2 next time. So here we end up the class. If you have any doubts, you can ask, or else you can leave the meeting, no problem.